Okay, we're continuing to dissect the impact across sectors. Let's pull up some of those hotel stocks for you as well this morning. Good move coming in there. Lemon Tree, Royal Orchid, so mid-size hotel counters are doing well. Remember, rooms below the 7,500 rupees a day category will now have lower GST, so it's immediately impacting the mid-size segment, the mid-tier segment. So Royal Orchid Hotel is up 2.5% right now. Lemon Tree also doing good this morning, and it's up about 3% higher. So gradually, we're just taking you through the impact across some of these segments. Loads of sectors and loads of companies that are likely to be impacted positively on the back of this. Now, let's take a closer look, whether it's consumer durables, ACs, TVs, dishwashers. We've seen rates cut to 18% from 28%. That means a demand boost for Voltas, for Havells, Whirlpool, Dixon, Amber, and we'll continue to bring up some of those names for you as well. But a huge positive, whether it's for cement names across the board, and we'll talk to Gaurang about that in a moment. And of course, we were just discussing those FMCG stocks as well, and we're already seeing that play out. Remember, beverages, tobacco, aerated caffeinated drinks, these will still be taxed and higher at 40%. So it's a negative coming in for something like a Godfrey Phillips on the tobacco front. Agriculture and fertilizers, tractors, irrigation equipment, all of these also will see a lower rate cut down to 5% as well. Positive, as we've been discussing, for an M&M and Escorts, Kubota, Coromandel, Chambal, GNFC, so fertilizer stocks will benefit as well. Coal and power, GST on coal and lignite has been hiked to 18% from 5%. So there will, of course, see a reverse impact coming in. Now, the cost push is also negative for NTPC and JSW Energy. So from a market standpoint, important to just flag that for you as well. And renewables, solar, wind, biogas devices, these will now be taxed at 5%. So positive for Suzlon, Inox Wind, and Tata Power. So NTPC is just marginally in the red today, but let's pull up a Suzlon, an Inox Wind, a Tata Power, and we'll see if some of those are reacting as well. I think the major play this morning in the markets is clearly the consumption story, and perhaps some of the other information is yet to sort of be processed by the markets. So Suzlon's up about 8.8% this morning. We've got pharma, of course, either exempt or taxed at 5%, so positive on some of those pharma names, of course, and paper, packaging, education, these are now exempt. So that's a positive for JK Paper, for ITC, and so on. Gaurang, I'm just running through a whole host of stocks and sectors here, but which one's catching your eye and which are some of the other, even Gaurang smiling. Yeah, it's a huge boost. So which are the other segments that you feel will see a longer term impact? JK Paper this morning's up 4%, so clearly markets are liking that one.
Well, I think cement also, Abba. I mean, the list can go on, Abba. I think we can possibly talk for a long time on this because there are a lot of sectors, a lot of products, goods, and services that will come under this as we get more clarity. But I think cement was something that was a long-standing demand from the industry to bring it under a lower tax bracket. It was at 28%. Correct me if I'm wrong, Abba. I think, and this is one sector that normally not many people speak about, given the fact that you have huge infrastructure push. Either it is the government at the center or government at the state. You have real estate sector buzzing, actually doing very, very well.
Yes.
Say in real estate sector, ABBA happens to be the second largest consumer of cement, whatever is produced in India. And along with that, I was listening to the management of L&T, and they're quite confident and they are quite positive about private capex getting back on track. And so effectively lowering GST slab for cement and the kind of consumption demand that is there, along with, of course, lower cost input. I think cement sector is also going to do quite well. Of course, other than that, I think consumer durables. This is where the aspirations of rural India is going from maybe a cooler or a ceiling fan to maybe an AC, and I mean this at ground level, Abba. So I think all these are going to get positively impacted.
Okay. Gaurang, I just want to pull up Escorts again. I know we've talked about it, but the kind of impact, it's the top gainer really right now, and it's clearly the the play on taxes on tractors. But not only are we going to see a good monsoon, lower GST, we're now going to see lower interest rates also. So clearly, it's seeing a boost across all of these cues. 11% higher on an Escorts. Just a quick call on this one.
We have been positive on the entire auto pack, Abba, right from two-wheeler, three-wheeler, four-wheelers, commercial vehicle, tractor, agri equipment, earth-moving equipments. In fact, Escorts Kubota are not only tractors, but they make a range of earth-moving equipments. which is also plays a very crucial role. So we've been positive on Escorts Kubota for some time now, not very long ago, given the kind of opportunity that exists.
All right, Gaurang, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Great having you with us here on the show.